am an idiot.
It's showtime, folks.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. This is not a drill. I am joined by my compadre Andy. Hi Andy.
Hello, hello. When you said this is not a drill, I thought for sure you were going to hold up a hammer or something like that.
Oh, I missed that, didn't I? Where's my monkey wrench when I need it? Oh. How are you this fine evening, Andy?
I'm good. No complaints on my end. Just felt in the mood to share and receive some music. So you up for it?
Whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
Of course I am. What have you got in your bag of delights?
Oh, I have a song from a band called Them Crooked Vultures.
Doesn't ring any bells.
Okay, great. Well, then surely the song title won't either. The song is called New Fang.
New Fang.
Yeah, it's a new Fang.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
So give it a listen and come back and tell me what you think of it.
Will do.
Awesome.
Hang on a minute. I am an idiot. I said I didn't know them Crooked Vultures, but there's something at the back of my mind, and just hearing it now. Oh man, it's the thing with John Paul Jones, isn't it? The so-called supergroup. Was it Dave Grohl on drums and the guy from the Queens of the Stone Age? Yeah. I haven't heard it, but now I know who they are. Super. Great sound. Grohl kicking off on drums. Really nice. Oh, sorry, let's go back to the start. This is really interesting, the way they're doing it, the syncopation, so there's certain stuff that's off time and then back on again. It gives it a certain groove to it and a thrust, almost a swing to it. Really clever. Some beautiful guitar effects going on in my right ear there at the end of that break. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. So, I mean, on one view, this could be out of the early 70s, but there is a certain, it's had that sound, but there's a certain sophistication to it that, I don't know when this was, but it's this century, it's not last. I'm guessing in the 20 teens. I don't think it's that old. But it's like when Wolf Mother came out, and there was that retro sound, and it really was retro. This uses it as a bass, but there is sophistication in there. It's a nice drum roll from a nice feel from Grohl there as well. It's just feels more intelligent, and I can't describe why, but it has that sophistication and intelligence as opposed to balls to the floor. This is really good. Yeah, nice one, Andy. I really enjoyed that. Ta-da!
It's like you never left.
Oh dear. So yes, them crooked vultures. I realised 20, 30 seconds into this, I think I got a touch of the Greg Itises because I have heard of them. You know, and it's like,
really?
you know, is the Beatles? No, it doesn't ring a bell. Oh yeah. No, I've never heard this. I'll be straight, yeah. But
Okay.
I do remember reading about this supergroup project. John Paul Jones, obviously, is what sort of brought to my attention the godlike genius of Led Zepp, and some other guys apparently that are helping out in their careers. Dave Grohl and the guy from Queen of the Stone Age, I can never remember his name.
Josh Homme.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it just like, if you imagine the wheels turning and all the cogs lined up after 30 seconds and ting, the light bulb came on. You know.
What was it about it? Was it the name finally kicked in, or was it the sound, or what was it?
The sound.
Just the
it was
sound?
the sound straight away. And I just thought for a minute, I guess, you know, when you get sort of things flashing around your head as you start hearing things. And one of them must have been Led Zeppelin. And from that, jump on, and I was, I have read about these. Yeah. So I didn't remember the name. So that's, because I didn't explore it. But listen to this. I goddamn wish I had, because this was excellent. It was everything that you would expect and more besides. So I think I said in the reaction, it kicks off. Grohl sounded great. It really is, and the guitars are guitars, really. And it is retro in its sound, but it's more than that. So there was a time period when bands like Wolfmother or whatever came around, and that was totally retro. Whereas this has got a certain intelligence and sophistication to it that makes it feel modern as well, and not just a 70s, a mock-up.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
But my God, it's got 1 foot, an elbow, and an ear in the 70s, definitely. It thunders through, and it's great. I haven't got too much to say on it. I mean, the guitars, there was effects screaming in my left ear, my right ear over the top, and Grohl's drumming, and he did this one fill that was just fantastic. But it was the playing of the timing, the syncopation. They would sort of go on an offbeat, and they would skip a beat, and which again sort of kept you on your toes and made it really interesting. I gave it a certain groove and a certain swing as well. And there was a super Led Zeppelin type bridge. I mean, that was proper Led Zeppelin, the bridge bit. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it just shows what a idiot I am for not checking it out before.
Well, the good thing about having not checked it out before is that it hasn't gone anywhere. You can always go back and check it out. You know what I mean? And it came out in 2009, so it's not exactly hot off the presses. But there is this hope and conjecture, even among the three gentlemen in the band, that there will be more music coming from them in the future. We shall see. But I can only hope, man, because when this album came out, I was like, this would be so great to have more of this in the future. I am such a mark for Dave Grohl on the drums. He's just so good, and it's really fun to think about. So Grohl and Hami probably grew up listening and idolizing Zeppelin in that 70s era that this kind of nods to. And it's just, I think it's really cool that they get to share a stage with someone who's probably one of their idols. And it's probably really cool that John Paul Jones is like a guy who's very much accustomed to playing with a badass drummer. So here he is again, getting another shot at it. And Hami's so good with the guitar, man. Like he's not shredding it up or anything, but he knows how to write a good song. And it's just a great tune, and it's a great callback to quality music from another time, while again, like you had mentioned, kind of making its own imprint on the music scene with its sound. So yeah, I really wanted to give you or Greg this, because just this idea of John Paul Jones, the quiet one, just still kicking out awesome music, playing with other really talented musicians. A lot of fun. And this song actually won a Grammy. So he's still, still doing award-winning projects. And that's really cool to see too. So yeah, I'm glad you liked it. And I hope that maybe if they come out with another album in the near future, you won't let that one sit for 12 or 13 years.
No, I've got my alarm system in place for when that happens, definitely.
Yeah.
So you talking about that, I mean, a neighbor of mine lent me a DVD of Foo Fighters. And it was a concert or two concerts here in England. I can't remember when. But at the encore, out came Jimmy Page and played with them. And that was amazing to see. And you could see the adoration from them for him. So I'm guessing it would have been they would have been like skipping around like little schoolboys when John Paul Jones walked into the studio, I'm sure, because he is, fairly under-recognized as his place within that band, because he was an absolute genius.
He's horribly underrated, not even from a perspective of rank your Zeppelin members, but also of just rock in general. Like, the guy was one of the greatest studio musicians in rock and roll history. His ability to master multiple instruments and add so much depth to Zeppelin's discography as far as sound goes is criminally underrated in my mind. But I guess that's what happens when you're playing in, the shadows of legends around you, and you have to share a stage. But man, and I think maybe one of the coolest things for Grohl is probably like, it's the perks of like being a rock star and having all that money and all that fame. That's probably nice or whatever, but knowing how Grohl is, I bet you if he said name like one of your top 3 perks of like this lifestyle you lead, it's getting to do shit like this. It's getting to do projects with your heroes. And he does, like McCartney, the guys from Zeppelin. There are all these dudes that he really like idolizes, and you can tell by the way he talks about them. Every time they're at like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or one of those kind of like, these evenings that are devoted to music, he's always talking about them or performing with them. It's just really cool. I'm so jealous of the guy. He gets to do that.
He is a complete music nerd though, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but there's that music studio, really famous one, that was going to close down, and he helped keep it going. And he went through, there was a documentary on it. He went through all the history and all that and get people in. He really is a music nerd. So yeah, I mean, him working with John Paul Jones would just be, that's what's important to him. It wouldn't even matter if they sold 10 copies to him.
Exactly.
Just to do it. Yeah, which is great. Yeah, this was an absolute banger. And I'm definitely going to check out the rest of it. And fingers crossed. I guess Grohl's got to get his ducks in a row at the moment. He's probably still going through a period of adjustment and whatever. But fingers crossed for the future.
To be fair, I mean, they just, all that stuff had gone down with Hawkins and everything in the band, and I'm wondering if it might not be a good time for him just to step away from either thinking about the Foo Fighters and doing stuff with the Foo Fighters, or just music in general for a year and like, kind of rebound and get back.
Yeah.
Whenever he does, man, it will be great to see another album from these guys, because
he's not going to go away forever, is he? Because he just can't help himself.
And like you said, he's a musical junkie. It's only a matter of time before he comes back, and whatever he comes back with is probably going to be pretty amazing. So, hey man, I am so stoked that you like this. This is really awesome. I'm going to go ahead and send us off here. So, John, thanks again, my guy. Really appreciate you. Everyone out there into the music land, if you want to leave a comment, you know where the field is. Like, share, subscribe if you are so inclined. We really do appreciate y'all. But other than that, we will see you guys on the next episode of Into the Music.
See ya.